My name is David Kiathe. I work in insurance industry. I sell mostly medical and general insurance. Insurance is my passion. I love helping people. It's unfortunate to see that so many of the issues that are afflicted in society can actually be solved with a premium, and a reasonable premium at that. I keep saying if I was cloned 3 times, this guy would go and watch rugby all day, every day, and the rest can go to work, because the market is quite untapped in Kenya, but it's because people don't know. Insurance is a passion of mine, and I don't know that I could do anything else. I have another passion, which is the aviation industry, but that's a hobby. And then, of course, my love for BMW cars. I am happily married, a lovely wife, Elizabeth, and I have 2 kids, Elaine, who is 5 going on 6, and Ethan, who is 3 going on 4. 2 years before my wife left to do her master's, I was consumed and totally caught up in building my house. And actually, I see this her trip being away with doing her master's as a godsend, because I don't feel during the 2 years I was actually a part of my kids growing up. And everything was mommy this, mommy this, mommy this, and dad was that guy who fell asleep on the couch because he was so tired. He would come from work, and then after work was building site, and I got so caught up with that. So having moved here just before she left enabled me to realize, okay, we finished building. I have time. What next? And I'm thankful that I've been able to catch my kids where they haven't established, they haven't got their own mindset as to whether that's dad and that's the way he is. I still have time to form a relationship with them being so young. And to me, it's been a blessing. It's been hard. It's not been easy. But it's helped me bond with my daughter. It's helped me bond with my son. My son being 3 now, and for 2 of those 3 years I was building a house, I can say I wasn't there. But now we have a relationship, and he looks up to me, and we talk and we play, which is important together, and we do schoolwork and we memorize memory verses. So it's a blessing in disguise, her going for her master's. It does have its challenges, which I guess any normal adult male would meet. I have been able to implement a schedule. I was brought up on a strict schedule. As you noticed when you came in, the TV is not on. My children do not watch TV until Friday evening. TV is Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. They have access to tablets, but again, it is Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And then Monday to Thursday, it's either play outside, weather permitting, when they come home from school, or play with me or do something. Having moved out to Limuru, it is a challenge with transport. It's an hour's trip each way. But that trip alone has helped me to understand homework. It's helped me to talk with them and explain what we're seeing, what they've seen, what they do, what they see on the side of the road. They have made friends with policemen when dad has been caught speeding and gotten me out of tickets. But, and trust me, they are the biggest telltales ever. I mean, you can come home and expect them not to say, and the first thing they say is, "Mommy, Daddy was arrested." And you're going like, okay, yeah, no, we weren't really, So you have to come up. But it's been a learning curve. In the mornings, we're memorizing scripture. Right now, both of them can say the Lord's Prayer, and they can say Psalm 23, "The Lord is my shepherd." We're working on the Beatitudes next, and it's just little things that have helped us bond. They like singing along. One thing that I have always done is, as much as I like reggae music myself, reggae and old school, I'm not going to let them choose that yet for them to mold. So we play Christian music in the car. And I'm not going to force them to choose a religion. The religion, but it's in their upbringing so that they understand right from wrong from the very beginning, which will help them make those decisions later on in life. So to me, those are the values that were instilled to me by my parents, and hopefully I'll do it right, maybe with a little twist, because my dad didn't spend that much time with me, but I'm going to spend time with my kids. Challenges that I've experienced, well, especially with the girl, is, and I'm thankful for the pediatrician who is on call and who understands. When she left, I told him, boss, you best pick up my phone calls. I don't care. I'm not calling you to invite you for tea. If I call you, there's a problem, But needless to say, the kids have been healthy, which I'm very thankful for. But challenges, how do you deal with a UTI in a 5-year-old girl, How you've got to teach her how to wipe herself. You've got to teach her how to pee properly, And in the shower, it's things that I doubt my dad even washed my sister once, Probably looked at her in the tub and goes like, okay, what do I do? But those things hopefully they have created a bond between my daughter and I. Her hair. The mother was always scared of doing her hair because, she's so young. If she has her hair pulled, it was a challenge. It was a challenge the first time she got her hair done. She bawled her eyes out. But now, even my son lives for the kinyozi. He's like, are we going to get a haircut? So we've made it a routine. We've made it a routine to get my daughter's hair done. And quite frankly, I used to be so involved in my work. No, my work has no longer taken first place in my life. Fine, yes, it's good to make money. It'll be good to live comfortably. It'll be good to travel the world. But my kids are only my kids for so long. And they will grow up. And to me, this year, in spending time with them, is just amazing. It's changed my whole focus. Work will be there, and we pick it up the next day. Once I drop them off in school, pick it up. I'm actually handling the looking for standard 1 for my daughter, and that procedure is like, I'm going like, what am I supposed to do? But you know what? You learn. What made me accept to let my wife go? When God brings certain blessings into your life, it would be a shame to turn them down. The way I look at it is, in my life, I'm not resigned. Don't get me wrong. I'm not resigned. I am more of, I've had my moment to shine. I'm 44 going on 45. My wife is just coming into her mid-30s. So why would I stifle her growth path? She is probably what would take this family to the next level. There is an equality between the two of us that can be unmatched. Earlier, like I was telling you about building the house, my wife told me, slow down. And for that, I'm grateful, because I could have been in the same pitfalls that my other fellow friends have been in. And it's taught me lessons. There's a certain wisdom, be she younger than me, there's a certain wisdom that she holds. And the opportunity for her to do her master's for 1 year and concentrate on it, it's only 1 year, 365 days. Right now we have a countdown. I think she'll be back in like 38 or 39 days. She is the one who is looking forward to coming home so bad. But she came home once for the holidays, and it was quite interesting because, as I explained to you, I had set a schedule. And in that schedule, she came in and she said, I'm only here for a few days. Let them push the envelope. And I was like, no, I have to start all over again, reestablishing the laws, the rules. And my children go to bed at 7:30, period. There's no discussions about it. Between 7:30 and 8, we are in the rooms, brushing teeth, they have showered, they have eaten dinner, we read a story, we say our prayers, they go to bed. And if you see one or two of my children come to you at about 8:15, they'll tell you, Baba, I'm tired, I want to sleep. And there's something to them getting a full night's rest. And to me, that was the way it was. Back when I was growing up, you came home at 4:30, you watched TV for 30 minutes while you ate your tea and your bread, you went upstairs, you did your homework, by 6:30 you had showered, 7 you were eating dinner, 7:30 you watched news, and you went to bed. Same system. How to tell the children was do we sneak out? Do we take off? How do we do this, you know? And true to it, because of them seeing me travel a lot and seeing a big suitcase, they knew this is not for overnight, we'll see her in the morning. This is not daddy and mommy going out on a date. No. This is, the big suitcase has come out. So they're accustomed to knowing that means a trip of a couple of days. So we toyed with sneaking out. And then we toyed with telling them. And at that age, a year ago, they couldn't fathom. We weren't sure they could understand it. So what we did was we had like a farewell party for her. So we had a lot of friends, we had a lot of other kids their age. So we had a lot of activity. By the time she needed to get to the airport, a friend of hers was taking her because I wasn't sure of meltdown. And true to it, meltdown did occur. And the person who we thought, my son, who would break down the most, Imi was okay. But he was more affected because his sister was crying. And Elaine had understood, here there's a problem. Mom's gone. Mom is gone. So she was bawling her eyes out, and Dr. Gadhuki was here. So we kind of, so the friend took her off to the airport and we stayed behind. And even I was affected. I mean, I was like, yikes, what am I doing? A whole year, am I going to survive? And fortunately, God has blessed us. We were able to let her come over for for December. And she was able to stay for quite a bit. She stayed for about 2 weeks in December, which was fun. The kids were able to see her. But then again, now we were faced with how do we tell them that she needs to go back to school? So what we've been doing now is when she came for spring break, we said, I started that mom will come, but mom is leaving in 7 days. Can you count to 7? And Ethan he would wake up on day 1 and say, Mommy, you have 6 days, huh? You have 6 days left. And she'd be like, yes, I have 6 days. But this time around, the departure was more painful on her than it was on the kids. Because with this day and age, you're not waiting for a letter in the mail anymore. Skype is right here. They see her on the laptop. They see her on my phone. They see her, they come home and they say, we miss Mom, can we call her? And I'm like, Mom's in class. We can't really call her. And, I think that transition period has been felt more by both Liz and I than the kids. Right now they're accustomed to it, they know. It's going to be interesting now that she'll be around 24/7 to see how we will adapt and adjust. But yes, I've missed my wife, and the kids have too. And I keep telling her, now you're not coming back anymore. You're not coming back anymore. You just stay, finish, and come back once and for all. So they're quite happy. They know that Mom is coming back just before Ethan's birthday. Arranging my daughter's 5th year birthday party. I was like, my goodness. Usually, the mother, who do I pay for the cake? What are we buying? What gifts? And my challenge to the fathers out there is get a little bit more involved. Don't just be a father figure and a wallet, so to speak. Actually become involved. Take some interest in what's going on. I can do simple math. I'm thankful. Yet when we were discussing having children, I said, you're doing homework with the kids. Shock on you. I've had to do it. I've had to take Elaine for interviews for Standard 1 placement, And these are these conversations that we have in the evening after the kids have when we're winding down and the kids the time difference doesn't help much because she's 2 hours behind, so 5 would be 3, and so 7 o'clock is literally 5 o'clock. If she's not out of class, she has to get out of class to come say goodnight to the kids. So there are challenges, but you can overcome them. Would I let her go do her PhD? If she feels like I said, her time to shine has come. She may be the next person to take our family to the next level, so to speak. I'm so entrenched and I am stuck in my rut. Does that make sense? I mean, I can develop another product. I can create another company, run another job. Okay, I wouldn't be employed, but I can, start another company and stuff. But my path is pretty much determined. This old dog is set in his ways. She's got a world of opportunity. She hasn't started living yet. Let her explore. Let her become the new CEO of KCB or whatever it is that that the Lord has in mind or in place for her. But who am I to say no? You can't go to do your masters. It was a tough decision, but at the end of it all, again, like I said, I'm thankful. It's created my bond with my kids, which I would never do. I would never have had the opportunity, and I'm happy. Help. Do we have help? Yes, I have help. I have a live-in nanny, and I have a day bug. And I am the one who actually wanted it that way, in the sense that I wanted the live-in to concentrate mostly on the kids, and the day bug can do the household chores. They've come to, it's funny that you ask about that help, because in my circle of friends, it's an unspoken rule. We as the men of the household do not talk to the house help, because it can be misconstrued and perceived otherwise. So usually, even back before she left, it was, could you get so-and-so to do this, to do this, to do this? I want this done. I would like this for breakfast. I want, And those instructions would then be relayed. I would never interact one-on-one. And even here, we have had our challenges where I've called and said, I'm going to fire. I'm done. I'm fed up. It's pent up, and she keeps telling me, I'll be there, give it time. Because we as men are we're pretty, it's straightforward. Anyway, it has had its challenges in dealing with, but it's not been bad. I have understood how to do grocery shopping. And we've just turned it into another play date with the kids. Who can remember where the yogurt is? Who can remember where the cornflakes is? Who can remember where ugali flour is kept and where the sugar is? So, I let them push the cart, and one wants to hold the shopping list, one wants to pay the parking ticket. We just turned it into a fun affair. And yes, I've bumped into my clients who are asking me, huh? I'm like, yes, my wife is away, so I'm looking after the kids. They're like, are you normal? I'm like, yeah, very normal. But again, like I said, I wouldn't have had it any other way. The bond that we have established, I hope, will carry us into teenage years and through the I want to wring their necks phase. But the help has been good. We've come to an understanding. They know what's expected of me. I know what to expect from them. And yeah, I've had one who quit. Unfortunately enough, I was able to call back one that had been here before and had left because she had issues, and that she couldn't manage. But I called her and I asked her, hey, kids are asking for you, can you come back? Do you have she said, I'm actually looking for a job. So God provided, and it flowed pretty, because I was like, yikes, I only have one, and that's the day bug, because the live-in quit. She had a death in the family, so she said she couldn't continue anymore. And so other than that, I think, yeah, do I deserve a pat on the back? Yes. Do I deserve a 5-star vacation after this? Yes. Am I going to follow rugby after this? Yes. Take it with a pinch of salt. It's never that serious, okay? Have a good pediatrician on standby, because that's going to be your best friend. I mean, fortunately enough, with technology today, I've been able to take pictures of rashes and send and tell me, no, that's not it. Every household has a mini pharmacy, drugs that have been kept over, you know. And so when a fever strikes or whatever the case may be, it's go to your pharmacy. Take me a picture of what your pharmacy looks like, and I'll tell you what to give. You know, so if you have a switched-on pediatrician, that goes. But also, again, your kids can be healthy. Feed them right, balanced diet, let them get plenty of sleep. You'll be fine. I think it's doable. I think we, as men, need to give our wives a month off. Let them go. Literally, give them a month off. I guarantee you they'll be back in 10 days. They won't take 30 days. It kills them more than it kills us. And because you see, with men, we're like, okay, this is the situation. We adapt. You guys go and think and overthink and overthink. You guys, meaning our wives, you overthink, you create mountains out of molehills, and it's never that serious, you know. My advice to them, try it. Give your wife a month off. You'll be surprised at the bond that you create with your kids, and two, how easy it is, you know. If your children are not sickly, but also give your wife a break. You know, they do a lot. I have come to realize that a lot gets done by the kids and the wives. And kudos, you know, to all men who are raising kids alone without the hope of a wife coming back or anything like that. Kudos. You know, it's impressive. Can I do it? Will I do it again? If she wants to do her PhD, by all means. She's the one who said, I'm done. Let me come back, reacclimatize, and then I'll look into if I want to continue. But, you know, we can do this. We can. With God on our side, we can do this, you know. Yeah, we've reached out to him in prayer like, oh God, please help me. What next? What's going on? It's been a challenge balancing family work and the office work, but ultimately the family work will takes priority.